And it is our extreme pleasure to welcome our next guest. We've enjoyed his work literally for years and years and years. I think, I don't know what came first, chicken or the egg, Mad About You, Spin City. Curb Your Enthusiasm, voiceovers in cartoons and animated movies, motion pictures. He's done it all, stage, screen, big and small, and now he's got a new movie out called The Social Ones. Please welcome to the program Mr. Richard Kind. Richard, good morning.
Good morning.
Hey, thanks for doing this. We really appreciate it.
It's my pleasure entirely.
Now, we're going to take a few moments because we've been fans for a long, long time.
A very long time.
I don't want that to reflect anybody's age in any way. But we took the last hour and a half talking about you and your career before you came on. All right, that's a lie.
Oh,
but
okay, but that's you're very nice.
We could have. But of all the things that I've enjoyed you in, I have to tell you that one of the more memorable things was the small part you played in Argo with Alan Arkin, who's been on the show, and of course Ben Affleck. That is one of my favorite movie scenes of all time. I laugh just thinking about it.
I really appreciate that. I agree with you. It's such a wonderfully written scene that it exposes Hollywood, what a producer can be like, what business is all about, what America wheeling and dealing. It's a perfect scene. And of course, it's all, I think the screenwriter Terrio, who he won the Academy Award.
Yeah.
It's a beautifully constructed scene. And I'm going to tell you something else. There's about a minute and a half that came before the scene. That came before we sat down, which is equally hilarious. But Ben thought it was too much. It was too funny. So he excised it. But it's a very funny scene.
Well, I have to tell you that I could just watch you guys chatting before somebody said action. I can't imagine how much fun that was.
Well, Alan Arkin, of course, a hero.
Yes.
Truly a hero.
Absolutely.
And a great guy.
And speaking of heroes, Stephanie, I have to step aside for just a second because...
Mr. Kind, I, at 33 years old, went to go see Inside Out. I'm sorry?
Oh, you saw Inside Out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, I was just expecting a lighthearted Pixar romp, and much to my chagrin, I soaked the collar of my T-shirt with my tears. That is no joke, okay? What a beautiful film. I think that it's so important for children to learn lessons about emotions and sadness and depression and things like that. But I have had serious conversations. I don't have children, okay? I think this is important. I have had serious conversations with people my age and older who say, oh yeah, the death of Bing Bong is going to scar my child.
Oh, I know. I'm sort of this generation's Bambi's mother.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still crying candy tears over it.
I am so lucky to ride the coattails of geniuses like Pete Docter, who wrote and directed that movie. And when I was doing it, I had no idea. You talk about something. I don't think they had any idea when they were making Gone with the Wind.
Right.
How important Gone with the Wind. When people would say, "Well, what are you working on?" And I go, the voice of a character. I had no idea. It's an important movie, and you know what's really interesting? Show that movie to a 7-year-old. Then when that kid is 11, then when they're 18, then when they're 25, then when they will have kids in their 30s, although unlike you, but when they have kids,
right?
And then and you see the evolution of your understanding, much less the evolution of you. It's how they look back at how they felt when they were young and first saw it. I am blessed that I believe that is my legacy.
Well,
wow.
We
part of that. Yeah.
We are blessed to have you on the show. Richard Kind is with us, show business icon, and I say that with all due respect, and I don't think I'm overstating it. Let's talk about the social ones.
Wait, hold on. I'd like to hear that sentence being said without respect.
He's
you'll go down. But I'm kidding.
Yes.
Whatever, this Hollywood loser joining our show.
Yes. He's been riding Clooney's coattails. You know. All right. So let's talk about the social ones. You know, with Fred Willard passing away recently, everybody's really sort of they want to wrap themselves in that mockumentary blanket a little bit. And we had Allegra Edwards on the show a couple weeks ago, but we were talking about Upload, and I see that she's part of this too. Tell everybody what the social ones is all about, Richard.
Well, okay. First of all, you have to understand the social ones was a movie made not for me, because I don't understand social media like I should. I am not as adept on Facebook and Instagram and tweeting like I should be. The nickname for my teenage kids is tech support. I don't understand it. But this movie is all about social media, about people who yearn to be an influencer. And my character is, the name of my character is the architect. I don't have a name. It's the architect. I am the Bill Gates who invented media and has been left behind in the dust. And they go. One of the influencers goes to meet me, and I am more Howard Hughes than I am Bill Gates, and I am in a hovel, in a small little gothic room, and wanting to still be important, and I'm not. But the movie is all about how to be an influencer, and it's funny because I did a bit for Stephen Colbert, where I was, and this title cracked me up, I was the senior youth correspondent for the Colbert Show. And I went to a YouTube convention, an actual YouTube convention. This is for true.
Wow.
With a camera crew. And I interviewed about over a dozen of these influencers, the people who do the makeup or the cooking or the exercise shows or whatever they did. And although I don't totally understand it, these people work really hard to keep their profile as large as it is, to make content, to do the publicity. They work easily 14-hour days being as successful as they are. And that's quite something. So if anybody wants to be an influencer, don't think that it just comes with stardom. It comes with a lot of hard work. But in any case, this is a movie that makes fun of those people.
Yay!
That's what I was hoping you were going to say. Richard Kind, the social ones, you can get it on many platforms: Apple TV, Amazon Prime Video, Dish, DirecTV, Spectrum, Google Play, and so much more.
My heart.
Yes, and we wish we had more time. We know you're doing a lot of press, so thank you for doing this. We're big fans.
Okay, but okay. I want to talk to somebody. I've been locked up in my house for 2 months.
I know. Richard Kind, thank you so much, Richard, and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you. Thanks so much.